Being a new parent is an exciting, sometimes overwhelming experience. From sleepless nights to baby-proofing the house, every moment is filled with joy, challenges, and a little bit of stress. But one thing that often gets overlooked amidst the chaos of diapers, feedings, and first smiles is the financial future of your family. As new parents, the reality is that you're not just responsible for the here and now, but also for the long-term well-being of your child. In the midst of navigating your new role, there's an opportunity to think about securing your financial future and setting your little one up for success. The key to doing that is investing. It might sound like a daunting word, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need to be a financial expert to start investing. You just need to take it one step at a time and be mindful of some simple strategies that can make a big difference. Today, I want to walk you through some easy to follow investing tips that will help you transition from managing diapers and baby bottles to managing your family's future with confidence. The best part, you don't need a ton of money or years of experience to get started. The first thing to realize is that investing is not a luxury reserved for the rich. It's something anyone can do, especially if you begin early. And that's where being a new parent gives you an edge. You've already got a head start when it comes to planning for the future. It might feel like there's no time or energy left to think about investing with a newborn in the house. But believe me, starting now can set you up for financial peace down the road. So how do you start? One of the simplest ways to begin is by thinking about your savings. We all know that saving money is important, but what many don't realize is that saving alone won't be enough to build wealth over time. If you've got a long-term horizon, which as a parent you definitely do, investing can help your savings grow faster than it would in a regular savings account. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I don't have a lot of extra money to put into investments right now. You might be right. Diapers, formula, daycare costs. These things don't come cheap. But the good news is you don't need a huge lump sum to begin investing. In fact, one of the best ways to start small and build over time is by taking advantage of automatic investment options. For example, you can set up a monthly transfer from your checking account to an investment account. Even if it's just 50 to run over time, that money will accumulate. And as your child gets older, you'll see the impact of those regular contributions. So let's say you start putting aside $100 a month into a low-cost index fund or exchange-traded fund, ETF. These funds are made up of a diverse range of stocks, which means you're spreading your risk across multiple companies instead of putting all your money into just one. By consistently contributing, you can benefit from the power of compound interest. That's where your money earns money, and the longer you invest, the more you benefit from this snowball effect. But here's the thing, you don't have to do this alone. In fact, you shouldn't. Finding the right tools and platforms can make investing much easier for parents, especially when life is already so full of moving pieces. Many online platforms offer robo-advisors that help you make smart investment decisions without having to spend hours researching individual stocks. These services often come with a low minimum to get started, so you don't have to worry about having thousands of dollars to invest. Plus, many of these platforms will allow you to set up automated contributions, which is a game changer for busy parents. Next, let's talk about something that many new parents overlook: 5029 plans. If you're thinking ahead to your child's education, a 529 plan is one of the most powerful investment tools available. A 529 plan is a tax-advantaged savings account designed specifically for education expenses. The earlier you start investing in this type of account, the more time your money has to grow. The best part, the money you contribute to a 529 plan grows tax-deferred. And if you withdraw the money for qualified educational expenses, you won't pay taxes on those withdrawals. This makes it a fantastic way to start saving for your child's college fund while also giving your investments room to grow. Now, if you're feeling overwhelmed with all the options available, that's totally understandable. There's no shortage of investment choices, and sometimes it can be hard to know where to start. That's why I always recommend focusing on what's most important first. Set up an emergency fund if you haven't already. Having 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in a liquid, low-risk account will give you peace of mind and keep you from dipping into your investments in case of unexpected expenses. Once your emergency fund is set, you can start thinking about the other types of investments that might be suitable for you and your family. A retirement account, such as a 401k or IRA, is an essential tool for ensuring your own financial security down the line. As a new parent, you're probably already thinking about how to provide for your child's future, but don't forget to take care of yourself too. It's tempting to focus all your energy on saving for your baby's future, but remember, if you don't have a retirement plan in place, you might struggle to support your family down the road. Another great option for parents is custodial accounts. These accounts are set up in your child's name but managed by you until they're old enough to take control of the funds. The beauty of a custodial account is that it can be used for more than just education. Your child can use the money for anything from buying a car to starting their own business as an adult. It's a great way to instill the value of investing in your child from an early age. So far, we've discussed several different ways to start investing, but let's touch on the importance of mindset. Investing isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's about long-term growth, discipline, and consistency. As new parents, you have a lot of things on your plate, but if you can make a habit of setting aside small amounts of money for your investments regularly, you'll build a strong financial foundation for both yourself and your child. One of the most important aspects of investing is patience. Don't get discouraged by short-term market fluctuations. Over the long term, the market tends to rise, and your investments will reflect that. If you've already started investing, or if you're planning to, be patient, stay consistent, and remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. Investing also doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to be a Wall Street expert to be a successful investor. It's all about creating good habits, setting realistic goals, and staying focused on the long-term picture. Even with all the responsibilities that come with being a new parent, you can still carve out a little time to get started with investing. And once you do, you'll be amazed at how quickly your money begins to work for you. In closing, becoming a parent doesn't just mean raising a child. It also means thinking about the future in a new way. You want the best for your baby, and that includes financial security. By starting early, making smart choices, and sticking to a simple investment plan, you'll not only be investing in your family's future, but also creating a legacy of financial wisdom and responsibility. Remember, the best time to start investing was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. So take that first step today and watch how your investments grow just like your little one. One of the most important things to realize when you're starting out as a new parent is that you don't need a large amount of money to begin investing. While many people believe that investing is something only the wealthy can do, the truth is that anyone can start, no matter how small the amount. Starting small is not only possible, but it's often the smartest approach for those who are balancing the financial challenges of raising a child while planning for the future. Think about it. When you start small, the pressure to get it right isn't as intense. You can make mistakes, learn from them, and gradually grow your investment strategy over time. Starting with small, consistent contributions, whether it's $50, $100, or even just $25 a month, can add up significantly over time. The key to success is consistency. By investing regularly, you're building a habit and creating a foundation for long-term wealth. One of the easiest ways to get started is to put your money into a low-cost index fund or exchange-traded fund, ETF. Index funds and ETFs are ideal for beginner investors because they automatically diversify your investments, which lowers the risk compared to investing in individual stocks. They track the performance of a market index, such as the S&P 500, which means you're investing in a broad range of companies across different industries. This level of diversification helps to smooth out the ups and downs of the stock market, reducing the impact of any one company's performance on your overall portfolio. By putting your money into a diversified fund, you avoid the need to pick individual stocks, which can be overwhelming and risky, especially if you're just starting out. The beauty of index funds and ETFs is that they provide you with exposure to hundreds, if not thousands, of different companies, allowing you to tap into the overall growth of the market without having to become a stock-picking expert. Another key factor to success is automating your investments. Setting up automatic contributions is one of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal when it comes to investing. When you automate your investments, you remove the decision-making process, making it easier to stay consistent. Even when life gets busy, you simply set up a monthly transfer from your checking account to your investment account, whether it's a retirement account like an IRA or a general investment account, and the money gets invested without you having to think about it. Automation also means you're investing regularly, regardless of market conditions. You don't have to worry about trying to time the market or whether it's a good time to invest. Dollar cost averaging is a powerful strategy that happens automatically when you invest a fixed amount at regular intervals. It works by buying more shares when prices are lower and fewer shares when prices are higher. Over time, this can lower the average cost of your investments and potentially increase your returns, especially if you continue to invest through market ups and downs. The true magic of starting small and automating your investments is the power of compounding. Compounding is when your earnings, whether they're from dividends or capital gains, are reinvested and begin to earn returns themselves. This is where the real growth happens. The earlier you start, the more time your investments have to grow. Even if you start with small amounts, the power of compounding works best over the long term. For example, if you invest $100 a month and your investments earn an average return of 7% per year, that might not seem like a lot at first. But after 10, 20, or 30 years, the returns will begin to snowball, and your initial small contributions will have grown into something significant. The key is to stay committed to investing regularly and let the power of time and compounding do the heavy lifting for you. Starting small and automating your investments isn't just about getting your money to work for you. It's about building a financial habit that will pay off in the long run. By making small, regular contributions, you can begin to take control of your financial future. You'll also help reduce the stress that often comes with investing, especially when life is busy with a newborn or young children. Over time, those small contributions will grow into a well-diversified portfolio that can help fund your long-term goals, whether that's saving for your child's education, building your retirement nest egg, or just securing a more stable financial future for your family. A 509 plan is one of the most effective tools available for parents who want to save for their child's education in a smart and structured way. It's a tax-advantaged savings account designed specifically to help families prepare for future educational costs. With a rising price of tuition, books, and other education-related expenses, having a financial plan in place can make a significant difference in your child's future. The earlier you start contributing to a 509 plan, the more time your money has to grow, and the greater the benefits you can enjoy through the power of compounding and tax advantages. The biggest advantage of a 559 plan is that the money you invest grows tax deferred, meaning you won't pay taxes on the earnings as long as the funds remain in the account. Even better, when the money is eventually withdrawn for qualified educational expenses, such as college tuition, fees, books, or even room and board, the withdrawals are completely tax-free. This feature alone makes a 559 plan far more efficient than saving for education in a regular savings or investment account, where earnings would typically be subject to taxes. Over many years, the tax savings can add up to thousands of dollars, giving your child's education fund a meaningful boost. One of the reasons parents hesitate to start a 529 plan is the fear of not having enough money to contribute. But like any form of investing, the key is to start small and stay consistent. You don't need to put in large amounts all at once. Even modest regular contributions like $25 to $50 a month can grow significantly over time. The earlier you begin, the longer your money has to compound. Compound growth means that your earnings themselves begin to earn returns. And over many years, this effect can turn small, steady contributions into a substantial amount. Another great feature of 529 plans is flexibility. You can open an account in almost any state, and you don't have to use the plan from the state where you live. Many states also offer tax deductions or credits for contributions made to their own state's plan, which adds an extra layer of benefit. Additionally, the funds in a 529 plan can be used at most accredited colleges, universities, and vocational schools across the country, and even some institutions abroad. In recent years, 529 plans have also been expanded to allow up to $10,000 per year to be used for K-12 tuition expenses, and in some cases, funds can be applied student loan repayments. A common concern parents have is what happens if their child decides not to attend college. Fortunately, 529 plans are designed with flexibility in mind. If your child doesn't use the funds, you can transfer the account to another eligible family member, such as a sibling, cousin, or even yourself, without any penalties. This makes the 529 plan a versatile family financial tool, not just a college fund tied to one person's future plans. Setting up a 529 plan is also straightforward. You can open an account through your state's program or through a financial institution, and most plans allow you to choose how your money is invested. Many offer age-based investment options that automatically adjust the mix of stocks and bonds as your child gets older, becoming more conservative as college approaches. This means you can set up the account and let it grow without having to actively manage it every step of the way. The emotional benefit of having a 5229 plan is also significant. Knowing that you're actively preparing for your child's education can bring tremendous peace of mind. Instead of worrying about how you'll afford college costs in the future, you'll have a clear plan in place. It also sets a strong financial example for your child. As they grow older, you can involve them in understanding how the account works and the importance of saving for goals. This helps instill financial literacy and responsibility from an early age. In the long run, a 52-line plan does more than just cover tuition. It opens doors, it gives your child the freedom to choose educational opportunities without being limited by financial constraints. Whether it's attending a top university, pursuing a technical program, or exploring study abroad experiences, the foundation you build through consistent contributions will give them more choices. By starting early and taking advantage of the unique tax benefits, you're not only investing in your child's education, but also in their dreams and potential. A 52-line plan is truly one of the most valuable gifts a parent can give, a head start toward a brighter, more secure future. When you become a parent, it's natural for your focus to shift almost entirely toward your child. You want to make sure they have everything they need, from a safe home and nutritious meals to the best education possible. However, in the midst of caring for your child, it's easy to forget that your own financial security is just as important. Planning for your future is not a selfish act. It's one of the best ways to ensure long-term stability for your entire family. If you don't take care of your own financial foundation, it becomes much harder to support your child in the years ahead. One of the most important ways to protect your financial future is by saving for retirement. It may seem far away, especially when your child is still in diapers, but the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Retirement accounts like a 401k or an individual retirement account, IRA, offer powerful benefits that can make a huge difference over time. Many employers offer 401k plans, and some even match a portion of your contributions. That match is essentially free money. And not taking advantage of it means leaving potential savings on the table. If your employer doesn't offer a 401k, an IRA is a great alternative. Both accounts provide tax advantages that help your investments grow more efficiently, allowing your savings to compound faster. When you contribute to a retirement account regularly, even with small amounts, you're building a safety net for your future self. It ensures that you'll have financial independence later in life and won't have to rely on your children for support when you're older. It's important to remember that while saving for your child's education or future expenses is admirable, there are no loans available for retirement. By securing your own future first, you'll be in a stronger position to help your children with theirs. Another crucial step in planning for your financial well-being is creating an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected events like medical bills, job loss, or urgent home repairs can happen to anyone. An emergency fund provides a cushion to fall back on during these times, preventing you from going into debt or dipping into your long-term investments. Financial experts typically recommend saving enough to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. The exact amount will depend on your family's circumstances, but having this safety net in place brings peace of mind and stability. It allows you to handle life's challenges without panic or financial strain. Building an emergency fund doesn't happen overnight, especially when you're managing the costs of raising a child. Start small if you need to, perhaps by setting aside a little from each paycheck, and gradually increase your savings over time. Keeping this money in a separate, easily accessible account ensures that it's available when you need it most, but not so easy to spend impulsively. Beyond retirement and emergency savings, it's also wise to think about insurance and estate planning. Having life insurance ensures that your family will be financially protected if something happens to you. A will or estate plan provides clarity and security for your loved ones, ensuring your assets are distributed according to your wishes. These steps are not pleasant to think about, but they're acts of love and responsibility that protect your family from future uncertainty. Ultimately, planning for your own future is about creating balance. You don't have to choose between your child's needs and your own goals. You can prioritize both by managing your finances thoughtfully. The stronger your financial position is, the more stability and opportunities you can offer your child. By building a solid foundation through retirement savings, an emergency fund, and proper planning, you're not only taking care of yourself, you're also ensuring that your family will thrive in the long run. Financial security gives you the freedom to focus on what truly matters, creating lasting memories, supporting your child's dreams, and enjoying the journey of parenthood without constant worry about what tomorrow might bring.